dolls come with lots of cool stuff.
Hello doll fans and welcome back to Beauty Inside a Box. Today I am talking about bling! The Diva Stars. Do you remember this very short-lived doll line from the early 2000s? These dolls are iconic. Today we're going to dive into the history and the evolution of the Diva Stars. First of all, if you love dolls as much as I do, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, check me out on Instagram and TikTok, and also consider supporting me on Patreon. I'd really appreciate it. I have 10 exclusive videos on my Patreon at the moment, and I'm making new ones all the time. You can support me from just $3. I'd really appreciate it. Anyway, let's talk about the Diva Stars. Diva Stars were released in the fall of 2000 by Mattel, and were very successful at first, but sadly the line only lasted until 2004. But why? Interestingly enough, their designs have been compared to the Bratz quite a lot, but Diva Stars actually came out before the Bratz. But let's quickly talk about the history of robotic toys. Before Diva Stars, at the 1939 New York World's Fair, the world was able to see Electro, a robot that would use basic sensors to receive commands. He could also move his arms and legs and smoke a cigar. He also had a robotic dog called Sparko. Jumping ahead to 1963, Walt Disney introduced the world to the first audio animatronic in the Enchanted Tiki Room. Jumping ahead again to 1985, Teddy Ruxpin was released. He was a storytelling bear that could move his eyes and mouth while telling stories, which were played from a cassette player embedded in his back. By the late 1990s, animatronic technology and computer technology had progressed far enough that it was making its way into people's homes. Furby was released and became the must-have toy of that year. Furbies were originally created by Tiger Electronics, but were quickly bought up by Hasbro. They originally retailed for $35 and were considered incredibly technically advanced at the time. They had animatronic movement in their eyes, mouth, and ears, and they could also wiggle slightly. They had touch sensors, so they knew when you were petting it. Sound sensors, so they could react to your voice. Light sensors, so they knew when it was nighttime. And tilt sensors, so they knew when they were being picked up or turned upside down. They also had infrared sensors, so they could interact with other Furbies. In the first 3 years since it was released, over 40 million Furbies were sold. Furbies were incredibly popular. But did they slay? No, not really. Although they did have pretty incredible false eyelashes. I believe Mattel saw the success of the Furbies and decided, why don't we combine this animatronic pet idea with the fashion doll idea? And so, Diva Stars were born. Diva Stars design. The Diva Stars were invented by Robert Jeffway Jr. and launched by Mattel in October 2000. The dolls were 9 inches tall, and they could blink and turn their heads. They also had lighting up mouths that gave the illusion that their mouths were moving when they spoke, which was a surprisingly convincing effect. They could react to things you said, similar to a Furby. They had infrared sensors in their feet, so they could sense other dolls, giving them the ability to talk to each other. This gimmick would also encourage kids to buy more than one doll. But the most interesting feature of the dolls was their ability to recognize and react to their clothes and accessories. When you click the plastic clothes onto their bodies, these little metal sensors would connect, making them able to identify the clothing items and react accordingly. They would say phrases like, "You have a great sense of style. I love my pink evening gown." Or, "Do you think this makes my eyes look bluer?" They also had yes or no buttons on their feet and a button on the top of their heads. If you clicked the button on the top of their head or brushed their hair too hard, they would react by saying ow. They could also play games with you, like Minute Makeover, where you had to dress and undress the doll as many times as you can while she counts down. She could also play Simon Says. She could play a fashion guessing game, which sounds pretty boring. It involves your Diva Star doll thinking of an outfit, and then you have to try and guess what outfit she's thinking of. They don't even give you clues or anything. It's just like you keep trying different outfits until you get it right. There was also a hairstyle guessing game, which was pretty similar. Basically, your Diva Star would close her eyes and you'd give her a hairstyle and she would try and guess what hairstyle you'd given her. Again, it sounds kind of boring. The last game was fortune telling, which was a bit like a Magic 8 Ball. Interestingly enough, the Magic 8 Ball is also owned by Mattel. She could also give you a nickname. I think this is probably because she couldn't actually learn your real name, so she'd give you a nickname. And she could tell you a word of the day, which was normally something like fabulicious. They had a total of 9 minutes of recorded phrases. The original line featured 4 diverse characters. One was called Alexa. And I know what you're thinking. A robot you can talk to called Alexa? Where have I heard that before? I wonder if that's where Amazon got the idea. She was called Alexia in Latin America. She identifies herself as your personal expert on style. She was the typical Barbie type character with blonde hair and blue eyes. Most of her clothes were pink and she had quite a feminine style. She was voiced by Debbie Derryberry, what an incredible name, first of all, who also voiced Draculaura, Jimmy Neutron, and the green aliens in Toy Story. Quite a resume. Nikki is a sports fan to the max. She loves skateboarding and other sports. Her doll came with kind of sportswear and a skateboard. She is known as Paige or Flo in parts of Europe. Summer loves nature, and she even says she loves the outdoors so much that she'd bring it inside. She was also known as Rosie in Latin America. She had red hair, and because of her love for nature, her clothes included a lot of flowers. And the final character was called Tia, and she refers to herself as a hip, cool chick and a techno whiz. She had darker skin and black hair. She loves music, and all her clothes look like something you might wear to a 90s techno rave. Interestingly, all the dolls came with the typical 90s Barbie hairbrush. A line of 4 extra fashion packs were also released, one for each girl. I have 2 Diva Stars dolls here, which I bought online. I wanted to get one new in box, but I literally couldn't find a single listing for a new in box Diva Stars doll anywhere in the UK. So I bought these 2, which are in pretty good condition, although they don't come with all their accessories and stuff. And I fixed up their hair and added batteries, so we're gonna see if they still work. This one is Nikki, this one is Alexa. This one is from the second wave of dolls. This one is from the first wave of dolls. So hopefully they still interact with each other. Okay, I've turned her on.
Hey, Diva girl, I'm Alexa, your personal expert on style. We're gonna be best friends. Is it 7 o'clock in the morning?
I have to set the clock.
9 o'clock in the morning. Today's word is glamalicious. That means something is really trendy. As in, this outfit is so glamalicious.
Glamalicious, love it.
Let's boot up my laptop. Wanna check email?
Okay, so I don't have her laptop, so I don't know what to do. No? I also don't have her cell phone.
I need my cell phone.
I don't have your cell phone. Okay, let's see what this one does.
What's up? I'm Nikki, here to be your new best friend. I'm big on having fun, so let's play. Today's excellent word is gigarific.
Gigarific. What does that mean?
I'm so happy. A new hairstyle for me?
I don't know what's going on. How do I get them to talk to each other?
Press yes or no.
Hello?
What about secret?
Yes.
Hand me my laptop and I might tell you a secret. Or no. Excellent hair. How about doing my hair?
I want you to talk to each other. Talk to each other.
question. Hello? Or no? Hand me my laptop and I might tell you a secret.
How do you get them to interact with each other? Speak.
I just love your hair. Or no? Will you give me a hair makeover?
No. I'm gonna put Nikki's dress on her and see what happens.
Wanna play a game? Oh my gosh, it's Nikki's. Maybe she'll let me borrow it. Glamalicious. I'm so happy we're friends. I just love your taste. Don't you think this outfit makes my eyes look bluer? I've got the nickname for you. How about Dudette? What's up, Alexa? Hey,
Dudette.
Alexa, how was your day? Hello, Nikki. I guess I'm in a sad mood today. Will you cheer me up? There's my buddy. Hey, buddy, to me. White is my kitten. And little fluffy wuppy to me, pretty please.
They were talking to each other for a second. I want them to do it again. Talk to each other. Come on.
Hello? You can beat that score easy. Try again. And little fluffy wuppy to me, pretty please. You can beat that score easy. Try again.
This is so chaotic.
Hey girl, it's still not like 45. Yeah, in the afternoon. It's too early. There's my cat, Fluffy.
Okay, I'm gonna turn them off because this is stressing me out.
Ask me any question.
Okay, will I find love this year?
You can make it happen. Ask me any question.
Okay, I'm gonna turn her off. That was very chaotic. I'm not sure how well they work, like playing with them both at the same time, but there you go, you got an idea. I just have to mention that the weirdest part of these dolls is how when you lift up their hair, they're just like... they're like aliens. Diva Starz success. Diva Starz were a sleeper hit, which apparently Mattel wasn't expecting. They had very minimal promotion, but still a spokesperson for Toys R Us at the time said the demand was quickly outpacing supply. She also said that every single one of the dolls was selling, not just the blonde one. Girls were just glad to get their hands on a Diva Star doll in general. Diva Starz helped grow Mattel's girls division sales by 10% in the year 2000. They were nominated for Girls' Toy of the Year at the Toy of the Year Awards, but lost out to Poochie, which was created by Tiger Electronics. Interestingly, the company that made Furby. I really don't understand why this is classified as a girl's toy. It seems pretty gender neutral to me. But Mattel named them their Girls' Product of the Year in the year 2000. And Diva Starz were praised in Mattel's annual report. The recent success of Diva Starz provides a perfect illustration. By expanding on what we already knew about girls and their play patterns, and taking that knowledge to the interactive arena, Mattel created the hottest new trend in the small doll aisle, with these unique interactive fashion dolls. But not everyone liked the Diva Starz. An article in the New Zealand Herald praised their popularity, but also said that they had vacant eyes, annoying computerized American accents, and tacky advertising. The article even went as far as to suggest that the dolls' tiny bodies might encourage children playing with them to develop EDs. But in the same article, a Mattel brand ambassador says, "They are based on the popular anime look from Japan and are not generated from any real body images. They are designed to look out of this world. As for their big feet, they accommodate their infrared sensors and batteries and are anchor weights." In the early 2000s, you only knew your doll line was a success when it caused some kind of moral outcry. Diva Starz Media. Diva Starz almost got a television series for Saturday mornings, though the pilot was sadly never picked up. A pitch Bible was discovered by the YouTube creator Forever Brats, and it has since been uploaded online so you can get an idea of what the show would have been like. The pitch Bible was published on July 20th, 2000, so before the dolls were even released. The show sounds absolutely insane, and I'm so sad it was never produced. You might expect a Diva Stars show to focus on petty high school drama with reasonably low stakes, but in actuality this show was going to involve supervillains attacking the town in which the Diva Stars live. The reason why they're attacking isn't clear, but it is mentioned that it might be due to Millennium Madness, or because technology had gotten so advanced that villains began having access to a lot more weaponry and power. I think this is in reference to the Y2K bug, which everyone was really scared of at the time. The Diva Stars go undercover to fight crime and defeat the mega villains. They have help from Alexa's next door neighbor, Jimmy, whose dad is in the police force, so Jimmy has access to important information. Alexa would have been the leader of the Diva Stars in the show, which is a little bit different to the doll line, where they're kind of all depicted as being on equal footing. Like I said, the show was sadly never picked up, but the Diva Stars did, however, get a Flash animated web series. And they were pioneers for doing this, because afterwards, web series would become a standard practice in the doll industry. And also, Flash animation software had only recently entered the mainstream. This show was a lot more what you would expect from a Diva Stars show, normally focusing on them going to the mall, or planning a fashion show, or, you know, stuff like that. There were 14 episodes in total, but only 9 are currently still available online, leaving the remaining 5 as lost media. Ooh. These webisodes were on the Diva Stars website, which launched a month before the dolls were released. Mattel also released a Diva Stars CD-ROM game in July 2000, a couple months before the dolls were released. The CD-ROM was mostly makeover games with some kind of arcade-style games. I'm surprised these dolls and the games didn't get more criticism for how much they rely on feminine stereotypes.
Don't let me hit the obstacles. I might break a nail.
Also, in late 2001, a year after the original dolls were released, a Game Boy Color game was released called Diva Stars Mall Mania. It was very similar to the CD-ROM game. Both games were pretty negatively reviewed and criticised for being too easy. There was also a whole bunch of extra merchandise released for the Diva Stars, like key rings, soft toy animal companions, and of course, McDonald's Happy Meal toys. Diva Stars Wave 2. In 2001, a second wave of Diva Stars dolls were released, and they were still pretty successful, but not as successful as the first wave. They were also nearly identical to the first wave. Some of the very few differences include Wave 2 no longer was able to play the fashion guessing game, which probably wasn't a massive loss because that game sounded kind of boring. But Wave 2 dolls could now tell you about their dreams. Because of their built-in clock, the dolls knew what time it was, so in the morning they would tell you about their dreams. Very cute. They also came with all new clothing pieces and accessories. But the biggest difference, I think, was their pets. Before, the pets came in like little plastic bags, and you were unable to remove the pet from the bag. But now the pets were free from their bags, and they were a little bit bigger in size, and they had leashes, and it would be the leash that would interact with the doll. 4 new fashion packs were also released, again, 1 for each girl. Diva Stars had been so popular, but already their popularity was beginning to fade. In Mattel's annual report, they blamed shifts in market trends and an increase in competition from outside competitors. Basically, Diva Stars needed to make some changes, and they needed to make them fast. Mini Diva Stars! Pretty much every doll brand has a budget line. This will either take the form of dolls with very limited fashions and accessories, a little sister or toddler companion to the original doll, or a miniature version of the doll. Diva Stars needed a budget option, so Mini Diva Stars were released in 2001.
Diva Stars! Mini Diva Stars!
Hello, I'm Alexa. They really talk.
These dolls were much smaller at about 6.5 inches. You can see the difference here. This is Alexa, and this is her smaller mini doll. These dolls could still talk and their lips could still light up, but they no longer had removable clothes and they'd lost all their interactive features. But the new dolls did come with stickers, so there was some kind of customizable possibilities. The second wave of Mini Diva Stars were released in 2002, and they had a pop stars theme, and the dolls all came with microphones, and this time instead of just talking, they could sing. These dolls also came with glitter gel. For some reason, in this line, Summer was replaced with a new character called Miranda. This could be because Summer was less popular, but it seemed like Mattel set her up to fail, as she is the most difficult Diva Stars doll to find, which might mean Mattel produced her in less numbers. It was explained in the webisodes that Summer was on an ocean rescue mission.
Too bad Summer isn't here with us. Yeah, but you know Summer. She's having a blast on her ocean rescue mission.
In the same episode, the other Diva Stars met Miranda for the first time at a concert, which makes sense because Miranda's only personality trait is that she likes to listen to pop music.
You, come with me.
Who? Us? Are we in trouble? What'd we do?
I need one more, and you, follow me.
Interesting fact about Miranda is that she was actually voiced by Tara Strong, who is probably one of the most famous voice actors. She's known for voicing Twilight Sparkle in My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, Bubbles in the Powerpuff Girls, and Raven from Teen Titans. I also just thought I'd mention that in this webisode, Miranda's appearance is clearly based on Gwen Stefani, but unfortunately her doll isn't. That's a shame. The one thing I find incredibly weird about the addition of Miranda into the doll line is that she looks exactly the same as Alexa. These are the same person. The third wave of Mini Diva Stars dolls were also released in 2002, and these would sadly be the last line of Mini Diva Stars. This wave was a Target exclusive. They all used molds that had been used by the previous two waves, but they were just recolored to look a little bit different. It only featured 3 divas. They were Alexa, Nikki, and Summer. Yes, Summer made a brief reappearance, but this was sadly her last appearance. Summer was never seen again. Send a search party. Summer's gone missing. I also have no idea where Tia was for this one wave. She just vanished. I'm also not really sure what the theme was for this wave, but they're all wearing hats, so maybe the theme was hats? In 2001, 3 Diva Stars scooterific scooters were released. They made sounds and light up. And in 2002, a Diva Cruiser was released for the Mini Diva Stars. Fashion Diva Stars. It was no secret that Diva Stars' biggest competitor for the tween demographic was MGA's Bratz, which were released just a year after Diva Stars in 2001. Bratz had a very similar formula to Diva Stars, but to be honest, I do think Bratz executed this formula a little bit better. In an attempt to compete with the Bratz, in 2002, Mattel released Fashion Diva Stars. These were a lot more like traditional fashion dolls, with tall, articulated bodies and removable fashions. I have a Fashion Diva Stars doll right here. They're very similar to the Mini Diva Stars. They might even have the same head mold. I think they do have the same head mold as the Mini Diva Stars, but these ones have elongated, Barbie bodies. I actually thought this body mold was the exact same as the Barbie body mold for basically my whole life, but it's actually not. The Barbie body mold and the Diva Stars body mold are slightly different, but of course they both fit into Barbie fashions, so there can be a little bit of cross-pollination there. The Diva Stars logo was also changed from "We know what's up" to "We know what's stylin'," which might be because they wanted to focus on fashion more. The first wave of dolls came with 2 separate fashions, and they had stackable shoes, which you could hide secret messages in. Mattel also released 4 fashion packs for the Fashion Diva Stars. The second wave of dolls was also released in the year 2002, and this one had a glow-in-the-dark gimmick. This is actually where this doll is from. Her outfit can glow in the dark. And so can her stackable shoes. These dolls sadly only had one outfit, but once again, Mattel also released 4 fashion packs, which could all, of course, glow in the dark. In 2003, the final wave of Fashion Diva Stars was released, and it was called Glitter to Glam, and all the dolls came with 2 different outfits, one with like a glamour theme, one with like a glitter theme. I think this line sounds really good, but I've literally never seen these dolls online. I think they must have been released in really, really low numbers. Whether the dolls were wearing their sunglasses on their head or over their eyes would control what the dolls said. Because I think I forgot to mention before, but these dolls could still speak when you click to the top of their head, and then their mouths still lit up. The Glitter to Glamour line only had 2 fashion packs released. And then in 2004, the line was officially discontinued and the website was removed. So there we have it. That was the sad end of the Diva Stars. I think their sudden success and then sudden decline is probably because the dolls are quite gimmicky, you know what I mean? Like, once you've played the games and redressed her a couple times, it gets a bit boring. And I think Mattel was right to keep changing and innovating the line, but unfortunately it just never quite captured the interest of the demographic they were aiming for, especially with competition from Bratz. Bratz really just changed the game in the early 2000s, and I think Diva Stars just couldn't keep up. Even though a lot of what Bratz were doing, Diva Stars actually did first. I don't think they were helped by the fact that their design is kind of weird. Like, they do look maybe a little bit too alien. Doll fans, please let me know in the comments what you guys thought of the Diva Stars. Let me know if you ever had one of these dolls. Let me know if you remember these dolls. Let me know if you want these dolls to have a comeback. I would love for them to have a comeback now. I mean, technology has come so far from the early 2000s that I'd be really interested to see what the Diva Stars would be able to do. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new here, like this video if you enjoyed it, check me out on Instagram and TikTok, and also consider supporting me on Patreon, it would mean a lot. But other than that, have a great day, doll fans. Or should I say divas? Have a great day, divas. Thank you to Siren Kelly, Sunny, Bobby and Cheryl, Imani, Tracy, Jico, Patty Heiss, Anna, Jordan, Cynthia, Raina Ray, Petra, Desi, Michael, @dolls_on-the-go, Jasper, Latarian Donnell, Lillian Lish, Michael and Russ, Amber Rodriguez, and Natalie. And thank you to all my other Patreon supporters. Your support means everything.